Hey everyone, today is day 3 with 2 more days left until the final day of divorce. Today is definitely a different day. I've been very emotional today and I've cried a lot. I get up at 5:30 in the morning, I wake the kids up, and I don't like to look at my phone until I get back from the kids getting on the bus. That way that I have my time. I'm not thinking about what's in my phone, who's texting me, what did they say, who said what. That just gives me time. I learned that from a couple of videos I've watched, so that way I can start my day off pretty good and not thinking about all the negative things that's out there. You know, I can be me, think about me, my life, my day. Okay, so we get up at 5:30. I finally looked at my phone about 6:30, and I have a text from the ex, and guess what he wants? Sex. A text from the ex and he wants sex. Yeah, that's right. That is a true statement. 2 days away from our divorce, and this man wants sex from me. Why? Because it's the best he ever had. Well, if it was the best, then why was you sleeping around with everybody else? Why was you cheating? Why couldn't you be faithful? If it's the best and you want it now, you had it. Oh well, I'm not even gonna get on that. So, you know, that didn't really bother me because that wasn't a surprise to me, because that happens all the time. All the time. Do you hear me? I get those texts all the time. But it blows my mind that it's 2 days away from our divorce, and that's what I wake up to. Anyways, so fast forward. I took my son to his 8 o'clock appointment this morning. It was 11-year-old wellness check. And you won't believe, at the beginning of the doctor's appointments, they give you those papers to fill out that ask you questions about your child. How's he doing? Play, sports. One of the questions was, have you had sex? I had to ask my 11-year-old if he's had sex, which I already knew the answer to, which is no. He barely even knows what sex is. But it just blows my mind. That's another thing that blows my mind today. 11-year-olds that have sex. So fast forward to that. I take him to school. I drop him off. I decided that I'm not going to take a lunch today at work, that I'm going to work through my lunch. I'm just going to grab a breakfast, eat it, and then I'm going to work through the lunch break while everybody else is at lunch, and I should be good until I get off, which I did. So during this little process of the morning, I'm texting my mom. We're kind of arguing back and forth. Because when I really care for somebody, it's not that I control them, but I like to give advice that's very helpful for them, or it makes me really angry and upset because they don't want to listen to me. And I know that a lot of times the people I give advice to are adults, and they're adults and they can make their own decisions. Yeah, you can, but you came to me, you asked me for help, you asked me for advice. I'm telling you what I think and how it feels, and then you want to get mad because I'm being blunt and honest with you? No. So the text that she replies back with is, I'm the mother, I am the parent, you don't control me. That's probably why you've had 2 failed marriages. You've been married twice and divorced twice. That fucking hurt. That fucking hurt. What kind of mother texts her daughter that I'm going through a really hard time right now, I'm 2 days away from my divorce, and then you tell me this why I have 2 failed marriages and 2 divorces? I can't help that. I tried. I worked really hard. The first marriage, I was young and dumb. I was 17 and in high school. And the second marriage, like, I literally gave everything that I had and all my love, and I fought so hard for that marriage, and it just wasn't good enough, and it just didn't work out. So I know that it wasn't my fault because I worked really hard. But that fucking hurts when your own mother texts you that. So it started tears flowing, and I couldn't help it because it really hit a nerve. And I hadn't cried in a long time, and nothing's really hurt my feelings emotionally in a long time. But maybe that was good for me to cry and let it out. I get to work. I'm fine. I'm not in my emotions. I work through it. I'm casually conversating between the two people that I work next to. And then about 1 o'clock, here comes the boss lady. And lately they've been like nitpicking at me about little stuff that I've done. And it's not even that I've done anything wrong. Like last week it was, I'm scheduling too many appointments. And if I need to schedule an appointment, it needs to work around work. Like I cannot schedule appointments during the week. Nothing's open on the weekends. I have to schedule it. It's hard to make afternoon appointments because I can't leave work in time to go home and pick up my kids and then take them to the doctor's appointment, because by then it's after 4 o'clock. Most doctor's offices close at 5. The kids get off the bus at 4. So, and I live way out in the country, forever away from town. So by the time I get there, they're ready to go. They're going to rush us in or rush us out. And that's only for our in-town appointments. My son was born with cleft lip and cleft palate. So we are constantly traveling 5 hours away from here to his specialist in Atlanta to be seen. And it's not fair to me because I can't work around work schedule to schedule my kids' appointments. I have to take days off those days, and I know they've been getting mad because we do a lot. We go every 6 to 8 weeks, and it's just me. I'm a single mom. Even though I do get some child support, it doesn't help. I'll get maybe 25 hours a week at work, but I can't work a full-time schedule because I have to get to work after my kids are gone to school. I have to leave work in time to pick up my kids from the bus, and then they want to do after school activities like gymnastics and baseball. So who's going to take them? Because I can't depend on their fathers to take them, because one works out of town traveling and the other one's he owns his own business. So working that is his life, and he works very long hours, and he just doesn't have time to be like a parent. So it's good that they have me, but then again, it's hard and it's challenging and it's tough because I do almost everything by myself, and it's so hard sometimes. But anyways, the whole point of the work story was the boss lady comes up to me and says something, and it really rubbed me the wrong way because I couldn't help it. And I literally broke down and had an anxiety attack at work. And I was so close to walking out right then and quitting. But I worked through my shift. I worked the rest of my shift. I finished up. I clocked out about 2:55, and I came home and I climbed in the bed. I wanted to take a nap, but my head was killing me. So I just laid here and I stared at the wall for hours, probably about 2 or 3 hours. And here I am now, talking about my day. And so, but no, I'm sorry, I lied. An hour ago, not even an hour, maybe 30 minutes ago, I did text the owner, and I thanked him for the opportunity to work with his business, but I will be resigning from my position, and I won't be returning. So I did thank him for the opportunity, but it's not like a fancy business that I should give a 2 weeks notice. They have employees come in and out of that place. I've seen several new employees and several people quit since I've been there, and I've only been there 4 months. I know that's not a long time, but I'm a person who wants more out of life, and going in every day at 8 o'clock, clocking in, and then clocking out every day is not for me. And that job definitely was not for me. Before I started working it, I was a stay-at-home mom, which I could and was able to be because of my ex-husband had his business. So being independent after that, after him moving out, helped me gain some more knowledge. And I like to be independent. I don't like to be dependent on anybody, and that's what it had come to. So being so dependent on somebody for the past 5 years, and then immediately you don't have that anymore. You have to be dependent on yourself. You have to do everything, which I did anyways for the kids in the household, but I never had to pay the bills, and I didn't have to go shopping, because that's another whole long and a different story. I'm not going to get on that topic right now, but I just wanted to talk about that. And I did get emotional today, as you see, and I just got emotional now. But anyways, I know it's really hard for me to make eye contact with the camera because I'm crying emotionally. I don't like to be looked at. Just kidding, look at me. Alright, if you like this video, thumbs it up, subscribe to my channel so that you can receive the next video for tomorrow, and then 1 day left. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I'm a little bit. Oh, today in the mail, I got the paper for court. It said what time to be there with our names listed and all the other people that have court that day too. So like, it was like a real gut feeling, like a punch in the stomach. Like, this is real. This is about to happen. What am I going to do with the rest of my life? I quit my job, and 1 day I lost the relationship with my mother. And then the realization of my divorce is in 2 days. Okay, I'm done. I'm done being emotional with y'all. Okay, so give me a comment. Let me know. Give me some advice. I really need some advice. I need some cheering up. I just don't know what to do. If you have something to say, just tell me, please. Just cheer me up, something. Alright, you guys. Peace.